Howdy, we are here with Vera Dark. We all love Vera Dark and her weird Halloween hair slash clothes. She's very Halloween. I guarantee you, if you ever talk to her, that's her favorite holiday. You can just tell with these people sometimes. You can tell my favorite is Christmas. If you couldn't, I have no idea what you're doing with yourself. Are you okay? Did you huff a lot of paint? Are you hopped up on something? I feel like I made it very obvious. All right, let's get into this. This is about Stellar Blade. We all know Stellar Blade. From what I hear, it's a great game, and I want to play the game. I would love to play the game, actually. Well, I want to wait for it to go on sale, though. Hopefully for the Steam Summer Sale on the 26th. So join me after that, and we'll figure out what I bought. Maybe we'll make a day out of just buying the games. Made Stellar Blade successful? Yeah, I'd say anyone who likes a good game and like that sort of like anime game probably helped make it successful. It sold really well. It's been doing really good, just farming all the gamers out there who just want a stupid, fun game with a hot girl in it. There's a lot of collabs it's done, like near Automata, near Automata. I'm guessing say. I think she was in some other games too. I feel like I've seen the crossovers, but I didn't play any of those games for me to like sit here and remember the crossovers that they all did. But I definitely have seen multiple. And there's like a recent one they did after the near Automata. I swear I'm gonna get that name right. So let's see what she has to say. Hopefully
Done a
there's
number
some
on the
new
video game
information.
journalists because they can't seem to figure out that this is simply
You had me at making fun of video game journalists. Let's go.
a good game, and that's why it's successful, because they're saying that only thirsty players are the reason why it's made so much money and why so many people are playing it,
Oh, that's because they couldn't beat the game, and they're just really mad at gamers who actually could.
and that it's only outperforming many PlayStation ports because of sex appeal.
Also because PlayStation hasn't been making a lot of good games.
I have a few different things to show off, but before I get into the topic, if you enjoy the content I create, check out the links in the description, join the community in my live streams, and consider supporting
guys,
through
if you like
Patreon
her,
or YouTube memberships.
her
Now, first of
community
all,
if you're
I
willing
want
to
to
pay
start
for
this
it.
video off with saying that should not be seen as a negative thing. That a product sells well because its audience is interested in it.
Yeah, that's like the only way you need to sell a product. Find your audience, figure out what they want, and then give that to them. There's nothing wrong with that. It's like basic salesmanship. They're just mad because they're doing a really bad job of shoving their agendas down our throats, and they expected us to still buy it anyway.
It's really not rocket science to see how this company made so much money from all of their games, not even just Stellar Blade. They are catering to a specific audience, and that should not be seen as a negative thing. Who cares if this game actually only sold because it has sex appeal? If that's what people want to consume for content, that should not be seen as a negative thing. It is an M-rated game for adults that adults are buying. End of story, period. Of course, they've also been freaking out about adults downloading adult mods for this title. But they're also completely...
That's like the whole reason to... Well, one of the many reasons to play on PC. One, you have more control over your games. Two, mods. Mods make a big difference, especially if you played a game before and you want to play it again. Mods can really change up what you're playing. It can even improve something if you're playing it for the first time. I do recommend playing a game for the first time bare. Just going in raw. And then if you like it, add some mods, or if you're not enjoying it but you can see potential in the game, there's probably some mods that'll give you exactly what you want to help you enjoy the game. There's nothing wrong with that.
Ignoring why this game is so special. And sure, sex appeal is definitely one major reason why people definitely paid attention to it initially. Having a gorgeous female character, really a gorgeous cast in general, the male and the female characters, with the really cool action combat that they highlighted, that right there is a reason why so many people would buy it. But it's good beside that. That's not the only thing this game has going.
Yeah, the main thing is they made a fun game to play. Is it 10 out of 10? No. Is it game of the year? No. But they made a fun game, and then they just added a hot girl into it, and that's the way you should do it. Fun comes first.
For it. It's got a really great story. It's got super smooth, fantastic combat. The soundtrack is honestly one of the best that I've ever heard. You've got such a big cast.
Oh, see, that's interesting. I'm interested in a very good soundtrack. I love a good soundtrack. It really helps with the immersion into the world.
Of characters, there's lots of twists and turns, and sure, you can kind of tell where the story is going and what characters are the most important in the story from early on, but it's still good because of other reasons, not just sex appeal. But it seems the Access Media can't.
They know that. They just completely skip over it because it doesn't fall in line with what they think about gamers. Because media shields hate gamers. They hate gamers because gamers want fun games and the media wants politics.
Understand that because they're posting articles like the Stellar Blade, why it thrived on PC, and of course they don't want to paint this in a positive light. In an age where the digital shelves of PC gaming are increasingly stocked with once exclusive console treasures, a peculiar phenomenon has captured the industry's attention. While many PlayStation blockbusters have made the leap to Steam, often landing with a quiet thud rather than a triumphant roar, one title has defied expectations, rocketing to the top of the charts, Stellar Blade. The only expectations this defied were the expectations from the Access Media that this game was going to fail. I think anybody who played it on PlayStation 5 knew that it was a fantastic game and knew that it would be successful.
Yeah, if I play it, it's probably going to be on PlayStation 5. My computer right now cannot handle it. I would love to save up for that $900 something that Isaroth made for me. He built me a PC, and I would love to get that thing because he said I could use that for a long time without ever having to replace or add anything to it. No, I don't know. I don't know about the price right now. Definitely don't have like the income for it, and I'm not popular enough on Twitch to be getting donations for it yet. Otherwise, I might do a subathon for like, hey, if you ever want to see me play a game and not show for PlayStation because I have to use the PlayStation 5 to play really tough games. Nothing wrong with that though. It's basically a dual PC setup. Only the PlayStation 5 is acting as the PC that would have run the game, and since it's specifically made for being a powerful gaming machine, it's essentially a 2 PC setup. And honestly, it's really working right now. It really helped me with the playing Marvel Rivals. If I ever play Overwatch 2 again, Vel, when she comes back, maybe she'll want to play. I don't know. We'll see though. But basically, my PC can handle smaller games. It apparently did not do well trying to handle Leaf Blower Simulator or that Lost Rift game we tried to play. It was a demo, and we still had problems running that thing. And I don't know if it's because it's so unoptimized or if it's because of my PC. Possibly both. Don't want to rule that out. It could be both. But we'll get that PC one day. But for now, we're using PlayStation, so I'm going to probably be playing Stellar Blade on PlayStation if it goes on sale.
When it came to PC. And hell, even months ago when I was talking about the eventual release of this, I had said that it was most likely going to be a major success because there were a lot of people who wanted mods. People who last year were talking about how excited they were that it was going to come to PC one day because they'd be able to mod it. So I don't think that it really defied expectations. It says, though, this isn't just another successful port, it's a case study in how a confluence of factors, some predictable and others niche, can propel a game beyond the perceived reach of its console native peers. For years, PC gamers have watched with a mix of envy and anticipation as critically acclaimed PlayStation titles eventually grace their platforms. It's like they're trying to shame people who are on PC, like, oh man.
That's because they don't have powerful gaming PCs. And even if they did, they wouldn't know how to use them. Too strong for the journalists.
And these people have been begging for these games. They've been waiting. A mix of envy and anticipation. It's pretty pathetic the way that they're wording this. Feels kind of weird. It says, though, the promise was immense, a fresh wave of big budget experiences for the ever-growing pile of shame in their digital libraries. But it goes on to talk about how, yes, Stellar Blade comfortably outpaces heavyweights like Ghost of Tsushima, Director's Cut at 77,000, God of...
Ghost of Tsushima There's a Director's Cut? I did not know that there was a Director's Cut, but I can't imagine anyone would need to play the Director's Cut if they just have the regular game. Does the Director's Cut add enough content for someone to re-buy a game? That seems unnecessary. God of War, I feel like I heard a lot of good things about that. I don't... Oh, that's because God of War was PlayStation only. It's almost like being console exclusive loses you a lot of sales.
War 73,000, Spider-Man Remastered 66,000.
That's a remaster. Why would you need to remaster it? It was already a good-looking game, and from what I hear, it looked worse.
And The Last of Us Part 1 at 36,000.
Huh. Weird. It's almost like Last of Us wasn't that also console exclusive whenever it came out?
It's also important to note that as of making this video on Sunday, it's sitting at 192,078 for the all-time peak, and it has really only gone up every single day. So I'm curious to see over the next week or two what it will end up being. I think it'll probably get over 200,000, but I don't think.
Didn't it come out a while ago? Oh, it came out on PC this year, didn't it? Like January or February, right? Why is it just now picking up traction? Hold on, 50. Does it have a release
I think that
date?
it's going to get to like 3 or 350 or anything. The article, though, talks about how most fundamentally is the quality of the PC port. It is actually a very well done PC port. I think that it is perfectly optimized. That is very rare in this day and age when so many companies just pump out mediocre products and have baked products. So I do think that that is a big reason why it's also done so good. And it says, beyond the technical prowess, Stellar Blade has a distinct identity that resonates deeply with a particular segment of the gaming population.
I wonder what segment they're talking about. They named the article something about gooners or whatever. Let's see what segment of the populace they're talking.
It's described as a third-person hack and slash with essential parries and dodges, explorable open sections, and a plot distilled into purest trope juice from the countless sci-fi anime. It's been affectionately or perhaps critically dubbed Nier Automata for Dummies. I've never once heard somebody call it that, and if that...
Never heard anyone say that or even compare it to that. The only thing I've ever heard about that in a Nier Automata is when they did the collab together. I feel like they never played Nier Automata.
Actually is the case, it is by a journo, but this is an absolutely insane take because I'm gonna try to not spoil it for you, but the story, while yes at times can be kind of predictable, it really isn't the worst in terms of predictability.
Oh, it doesn't matter if it's predictable. You can it, honestly, it doesn't matter if it's predictable as long as it was fun getting there. Like, you can guess what's going to happen next, but you don't know how you're going to take that journey. You don't know what road it's going to take you down. You don't know what twists and turns might happen up until you get there. They might be like, oh, we will end here, but not the way you thought. And even then, as long as the gameplay is good and the visuals are good and the music is good, like everyone seems to think, it's fine. Predictable's fine.
There are a lot of twists and turns. How do I explain this without spoiling? Like, Mother Sphere was created for the purpose of advancing humankind, and like experimentations went wrong, and humans evolved into these like vicious monsters called the Nativas. They only really wanted to kill new humans. Then there were people who were experimenting.
Oh, I didn't know that. I haven't played the game yet.
Spoilers, got a lot of lore when you actually
way to call spoilers first. Appreciate it.
Sit down and you fucking pay attention, but these people would actually have to play the game in order to know the story, and clearly they're not doing that. It says, though, that Stellar Blade embraces fan service with an unapologetic zeal. Eve's design is central to the game's aesthetic, and the user reviews often highlight the shameless, thirsty camera angles with a mix of humor and appreciation. The overt embrace of a certain visual appeal isn't just a passive element, it actively fuels another significant driver of its PC success, the modding community. While it would be reductive to attribute Stellar Blade's success solely to the availability of nude mods, it's undeniable that this immediate and enthusiastic embrace by modders taps into a powerful, albeit unspoken segment of the PC gaming demographic, and the Venn diagram of horny weebs and people who want a sequel to Nier Automata already clearly has a substantial overlap, and Stellar Blade has effectively catered to both. Why are you so bothered?
God bless them, too. That's why it's doing so well, and nothing you've ever made has done nearly as well as Stellar Blade.
By that. Why are you truly so upset with the fact that people are getting content that they've asked for, content that companies not?
Because they hate gamers, and they don't want gamers to be happy or get what they want.
Are going to make money. It's really not that big of a deal. Of course, we also here have Destructoid saying the mods are overflowing with risque content as satisfied gamers quench their thirst.
Does that look risque to you? Her body fully covered up? How scandalous.
In the Steam review. So they're saying that, of course, a lot of these mods are straight up pornography because of course they are, and of course that's what gamers would end up downloading, and that's the only reason why this is successful. Vice has also said that Stellar Blade's PC launch breaks Steam records thanks to its thirsty fan base, and this is just an absurd angle to take. Yes, again, I do think that modding is a part of it, but I do not believe that modding and sex appeal is the only thing that sold this game, because we've seen plenty of titles come out over the years that have had a large amount of sex appeal and fan service, but they weren't massively successful, like the first Descendant, for example. Anybody can jump into that. You don't have to, in theory, spend any money on it, and you can give it a go, but at the end of the day, while yes, the visuals are beautiful and a lot of the characters look fantastic, and I do think that the gameplay is kind of fun, it gets really repetitive really quickly, and the sex appeal cannot make up for a lot of the mid-features that are in the game, and just how the title really truly is lacking in a lot of areas like the story. I think that they actually need to recalibrate their fucking brains here, and actually pay attention to the feedback that games like this get.
Mom's not mad, she's just disappointed. unless you're a games journalist, in which case she's very mad.
Sure. I do think that that would be asking too much of these people to actually sit down and play a game and, God forbid, listen to gamers' opinions. But maybe one day they could do it. I mean, most of these people are, of course, losing their jobs left, right, and center. And we've been giving them suggestions on how to keep their positions at these companies, but it hasn't particularly worked so far. So, yeah, I don't think that we're surprised to see hit piece after hit piece after hit piece release against gamers. But according to these journalists, this game is only successful and it reached these heights because of its distinct aesthetic and the horny weebs. But that's all that I really had to discuss.
Yeah, focus on the distinct aesthetics. That's very important. That's very, very important. The game looks good, it sounds good, it's acted well, a little predictable, like she said, but I'm excited to try and play it. I can get the demo and we can try that out, but I don't really want to, like, once I start playing, I like to get immersed, so I don't usually play demos unless they're, like, silly games. Like, I've been playing the demos for, like, cozy stuff or simulators or something like that. That's why I play those demos, and I don't play, like, big demos.
Discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this, give it a like, and if you didn't, give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I'll talk to you all again in the next.
Thank you for lurking on YouTube. Speaking of lurking on YouTube, oh, no. I'm going to take that back. She has 666 likes. I could not in good conscience ruin that. That would be awful. As a gamer and a weeb, I cannot ruin. Oh, it's now at 667. I can do that. Somebody else ruined it. Screw you guys. What? Why do I have none? Okay, that's weird. What do you guys think? Have you played it? I would love to hear your opinions, because I've heard reviews of it, and they liked the game. They had a good time with the game, and apparently the game has only gotten better since then. So I would like to play it, but I would also like the opinions of, like, real gamers and not journalists and people who hate journalists talking about how dumb the journalists are. All right, catch me on twitch.tv/inplaythejolly. I'm shooting for a 500 follower push. Thanks for joining me here, though. Even if you don't like going on Twitch, I completely understand. You spend your time how you want to spend your time. All right, stay safe, stay hydrated, take care of yourselves, and take care of somebody else. Also, play whatever game you want. Don't let anybody call you a gooner. Unless you want to be a gooner, man. It's your time to spend how you want. You only get one life. Goon all you want. Mwah.